we had the vote on Saturday, actually passed, went through. Now, where are we at? Have you signed the bill? Are you planning to sign the bill soon, or where are we at with that?
The legislation from last week's National Council meeting came over yesterday afternoon, and so I'll be reviewing that today and tomorrow regarding the media bill and other legislation as well. I don't see any problem this month, and those will be signed before the end of the week.
The director position at Mvskoke Media is currently vacant, and do you have any idea maybe when you'll be looking to fill that and who that will fall to?
I don't know yet in terms of the selection of the director. I'll let the Secretary of Commerce work with media and get everything advertised and the selection process going here pretty quickly.
We had talked about before plans that you had or envisioned about a lot of work we need done at the tribe, and maybe creating a department or something the likes for all of the creative people, and that's a component of Mvskoke Media. Has there been any more advanced plans in that regard that you'd like to share, or are you still kind of in formulation stage of those type of plans?
In terms of opportunities, I guess, that exist on the non-media side, I think that we're still looking at things. Nothing has been firmed up yet. So I anticipate, though, probably in the next 30 to 60 days, we'll have something worked out. We do have a lot of opportunities. We want to make sure that we have work for everybody. You know, I don't see anybody losing their job over the change in legislation. I think, if anything, there's more opportunities. And so we're just looking at what they are and how that is going to be allocated throughout the tribe.
Chief, one of the things about the bill was it sort of staggered the way that we look at the department, because it basically looked to establish editorial independence while also recognizing, yes, we are Mvskoke Creek Nation funded. You know, we do need to have oversight and stewardship of those funds as it comes to budgetary needs and things like that. But when do you personally see editorial independence established? Do you feel like it's when you sign the bill and it becomes law, or do you feel it's when an editorial board is in place? What's your feelings towards that?
Well, my personal feeling is, even since the last 3 or 4 months, we've maintained the independence. But with the signing of the legislation, we can start the process of having the independent editorial board being nominated and in place. And I think that will be the first official step. But as soon as I sign it, I expect that everybody will follow the independence that's laid out in the legislation, and I don't really foresee any problems.
And so you don't feel like when it's signed that the Secretary of the Nation of Commerce will still need to see the paper, things like that, see videos, know what's going on?
Well, in the legislation, we lay out the news, television, radio content as in the journalistic content, I'll put it that way, being reviewed by the editorial board. The Secretary of Commerce's role is mostly going to be, if not entirely, on the budgetary and non-media aspects or the non-news content of Mvskoke Media.
All right, and last question I have for you, sir. We're almost into March now. It is an election year. And I don't know if you've announced yet if you're going to be seeking re-election, but do you look for this maybe to be a part of the political scene or anything like that as it becomes into campaigning and whatnot?
Everything's a part of the political scene this year. I don't see it that way. I just keep my head down and do the work that's in front of me and try to do it the best way I possibly can, and I think everything else will take care of itself. So I don't have that lens on to try to, really kind of filter anything that I do, but I think this is the right thing to do at the right time, and I think people seem to be satisfied, the comments that I've heard, and so I'm pleased that jointly working with the National Council, we got this bill through, and I'll sign it very soon, and we'll be ready to go to work.